Hey, most excellent rock buds, it's Rock Papa, hanging out in the Ram van right now. Today we're going to talk about blue minerals and blue rocks. And by the way, these videos about different rock and mineral colors are by no means comprehensive and complete. But I tell you about the ones that I'm familiar with. So this one about blue minerals and rocks is coming up. Hope you like it. If so, please subscribe. Here we go. Blue minerals and rocks. Let's first take a look at sapphire, the beautiful blue mineral that we're all familiar with. Also a lovely gemstone. Sapphires can be yellow too, but we're talking about the blue variety right now. Just like the rubies that we looked at in the red mineral and rock video, sapphires are varieties of corundum, where the blue color comes from trace amounts of iron and possibly titanium. Corundum is aluminum oxide, and it is a very hard mineral. It has a Mohs hardness of 9. Only diamond with a hardness of 10 is harder. Okay, rock buds, let's find out where corundum and its blue variety sapphire come from. When ocean crust crashes into a continent and is subducted beneath it, a lot of the ocean crust is shoved up on land. In this picture, the red arrow points to the subduction trench, and the funky black line represents ocean crust that got shoved up on land. Ocean crust is made of basalt lava on top, gabbro pluton below that, and peridotite, a super ultramafic rock, below that. Here's a side view of ocean crust showing the different components. Up on land, the ultramafic peridotite is turned into ultramafic rocks like serpentinite, soapstone, and asbestos. On the edges of the ultramafic rock, which is shown in purple in this picture, the ultramafic rock reacts with the host rocks, which are shown in 2 shades of green, to form a lot of different minerals, including corundum. If trace amounts of chromium get into the corundum, then it turns it into ruby. But if trace amounts of iron and possibly titanium get in, it turns it into beautiful blue sapphire. Now let's talk about the mineral and semi-precious stone aquamarine. Aquamarine is a form of the mineral and semi-precious gemstone beryl. The difference between them is that for beryl, the color comes from trace amounts of beryllium, and for aquamarine, the color comes from trace amounts of iron. Just like beryl, aquamarine forms in pegmatites, and as you guys know, pegmatite means most likely a granite body with very large crystals. The big crystals form because of the presence of lots of water in the magma mix, and also volatile elements like lithium that help make the big crystals, and exotic elements like chromium, beryllium, and iron that give colors to these beautiful minerals. Here's a piece of a pegmatite that consists of a big hunk of quartz with an aquamarine in it. Now let's talk about blue quartz. So what causes the blue color in blue quartz? Well, as you might have already guessed, it's trace amounts of the minerals tourmaline and rutile, but it's more than just that. They provide the color, but all blue quartz contains multiple parallel microfractures in it. The fractures scatter the blue light, enhancing the blue color of blue quartz. And where do all these microscopic parallel fractures come from? They come from very ancient granite gneiss rock that's 1 billion years old and perhaps even older. Because it's so ancient, the quartz in these rocks has undergone multiple episodes of smashing and crashing that has created these microscopic parallel fractures that enhance blue quartz blue. If you live near Shenandoah National Park in Virginia, you're probably familiar with Old Rag Mountain. Old Rag Mountain is absolutely ancient. Geologists call it basement rock because it's been here for 1 billion years and more. And it is chock full of blue quartz. And here are some samples of Old Rag granite gneiss with blue quartz. Around 750 million years ago, the supercontinent Rodinia began to rift apart. The stretching of the land crust associated with this rifting caused big rift basins or grabens to develop. Water-washed sand, silt, clay, and hunks of blue quartz that were eroded off these basement rocks into these rift grabens or basins that eventually hardened into a rock that I call Turquoiseite Sandstone, which is a form of meta-graywacke with big hunks of quartz and feldspar in it. And this Turquoiseite Sandstone contains hunks of blue quartz. If you go to Klingman's Dome in Great Smoky Mountains National Park, the parking lot is surrounded by big hunks of this Turquoiseite Sandstone, which geologists call Thunderhead Sandstone, and some of it has hunks of blue quartz. Continuing on with our blue mineral extravaganza, let's look at kyanite and lazulite. I have these two blue minerals together because they can form together. In my experience, kyanite is more common, so let's talk about it first. Kyanite is a product of high temperature and high pressure metamorphism. It usually occurs when shale and slate rocks are subjected to this kind of metamorphic environment. This can happen in regional metamorphism, contact metamorphism, and especially hydrothermal metamorphism. Trace amounts of titanium and iron give kyanite its bluish or bluish-green color. Lazulite is much less common than kyanite, and it has been found at Graves Mountain in Georgia, which is a hydrothermal system associated with the Carolina terrain. Anorthosite coming up. Anorthosite is a kind of pluton, that means an intrusive rock, that is made almost entirely of calcium-rich feldspar. This calcium-rich feldspar is called labradorite because it was first identified in Labrador. Labradorite has the property of iridescence that gives anorthosite its bluish and sometimes greenish sheen. Hi, rock buds. That's pretty much it for me. Now I have some homework for you. I want you to look up lapis lazuli and azurite, two very interesting minerals/rocks that have bluish colors, and find out all about them. In the meantime, this is your Rock Papa saying thanks so much for watching. I value every one of you guys. Please subscribe if you like this. And this is your Rock Papa saying happy rock hunting. Papa out.